Oh, my coffee. Wait. Pray for my bangs that they stay in place during the video. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video and welcome to the new year. I'm very excited about this year. I feel like it's gonna be a good one, and I wanted to just do like a fast video to kind of not reintroduce myself, but sort of like reintroduce my potential consistency in doing YouTube videos. So we're just gonna do a very simple, straightforward ins and outs for 2024, bookish ins and out video, things that you can expect from like my channel and like my content creation. And I thought that that would be nice, like a great way to start the new year, because the other video that I have planned for this month is going to take way longer. So this one's nice and short and sweet, and the other one's going to be every single book I read in 2023, one sentence to review each book. I've wanted to do that for forever. I just need to like compile all the books because I don't really know everything that I read last year so far. So this video is coming first because of that. So it's going to be ins and outs, and then it's also going to be reading goals, sort of like a TBR for the year, sort of. We'll get to that in a moment. And we also are going to set my Goodreads reading goal because I thought that that would be fun to do together. Let's kind of get into it. We'll start with, should I do one and one? Should that be like a thing? No, we're gonna start with the ins. So for the ins for this year, I am fully committing to just being a mood reader. I'm terrible at TBRs. I love making TBR videos. I do, I really do. And I actually feel like that is something that I want to like bring back for this year, is just generally making TBR videos and wrap up videos, like the basics. I'm getting ahead of myself because my other in is like going back to the basics. But like in general though, I used to get really worked up about having to like stick to TBRs and having to finish the books that I said that I was gonna finish, and just getting very overwhelmed by having to read things like that, because I am naturally a mood reader. So sticking to TBRs isn't always fun for me, and it does suck the joy out of reading sometimes. So in that vein, will likely still be making TBR videos, but being a mood reader and strictly sticking with my mood readingness might mean that at the end of the month, the wrap up is 100% different than the TBR that I put out, but that's just kind of fun, you know? We'll see where the wind takes us. This next in is a bit of a throwback. So if you've been with me for a while, this might be pretty exciting for you, but I do really want to get back into journaling. I was supposed to make like a reading journal setup video for the start of the year. I never ended up getting the notebooks, so we're not doing that yet. But just know that that is something that I think I want to bring back to the channel, is just doing maybe monthly reading journal setups. Not even to maybe use them. I'm terrible at using my reading journals. I should make a note of that. I stick with it for like 2 weeks and then I kind of forget about it, and then like the week before I have to make a new one, I kind of remember again. But the thing that I loved about making bullet journal videos was really just that it forced me to be more creative and forced me to do art when in a lot of other aspects in my life, I don't tend to do art, and I loved that for it. I loved the creativity. I loved drawing. I loved having like an outlet and just seeing the work that I did previously. So I think that I just want to bring them back, whether I use them or not, just to artistically force myself to do things, because another one of my ends is 100% art. I just want to maybe start painting again and drawing again and focusing on taking the time for like my other hobbies, not letting reading be my only hobby, because I think when reading's my only hobby, I get burned out, you know? So we're just gonna expand. We're just gonna focus on all of our hobbies and hope for the best. Yeah, so expect probably monthly journal setup videos again. So the next thing, as far as like content creation goes, like I said, I want to bring back like TBR videos, wrap-up videos, journaling videos, and then in general, I want to try my hardest to post one video a week, so I can start being a little bit more consistent again. Originally, I was like, well, I'm just gonna do whatever I want whenever I want, but I do want to try to first start with some consistency, and I think one video a week is very doable, especially if I just named like 3 of the videos that I'm gonna be doing in a month. That means there's only like one more video that I would have to plan out, which is doable, I think. And then the other content creation is I definitely want to post more on Instagram and TikTok. I really like just casually posting on TikTok, and I'm probably still gonna stick with that. But Instagram is one of those things that I actually really enjoy making posts for, because I like being able to look back at my year in pictures. I take so many pictures on my phone. I take a million. I just don't post them anywhere, and they get lost in like my thousands of pictures that I have in my phone. So I do want to try to just start posting more on Instagram, and you know, that'll be another way to keep up with me if you so choose. And then in general, nothing to do with anything, but I still want to keep on having fun. Last year, my only resolution for 2023 was really just to start having fun again. I hadn't had fun in a really long time, and I actually did a really great job. I know, you'll be very proud of me. 2023 really was a fun year for me. I was able to like hang out with friends again and just go out and not stress about things and just have fun. And I don't want to lose that in this year, because this year I definitely want to work harder. I want to put effort into the things I'm doing again and be proud of the things I'm creating and just not generally put everything on the back burner anymore. But at the same time, I do still want to keep like the same amount of fun, maybe a little bit less than I was having last year. Like I don't want to let this overwhelm everything and just become a workaholic, because that's no fun. And then as far as outs go, this one's kind of, I was having a really easy time coming up with ins, and then when it came to the outs, I was at a loss. So just forgive. But my first out was just, which I actually kind of already talked about. See, this is why ins and outs videos, no, this is why like short form videos are not made for me. I am a talker. I just keep talking about things when I'm not supposed to. But one of my outs is hardcore TBRs. Like I said, I still really like making TBR videos, and I love like the idea of having a TBR for the month and having a set amount of books to pick from for the month if I'm at a loss of what to read. But I'm no longer going to really be forcing myself to finish every single book that I say is on my TBR. I didn't used to finish every single book that was on my TBR, but that was actually my mission every single month, and that was the stressful part. So that part, we're just writing it out. I'm just trying to have fun. If I like making TBR videos and not sticking to any of them, then that's what I'm gonna do. And that could be annoying, but I also think that could be fun. I mean, it's gonna be fun for me, you know? Another out is finishing books I don't like. I'm very much not a DNFer. Like, even the books that I put down, which there were many books last year that I put down, I still have the plan of finishing it eventually, even if I don't like it. And I think that I'm just kind of tired of that. I'm gonna start DNFing books, and I'm not gonna really feel bad about it, because that happens. Sometimes you just pick up a book, you think you're gonna like it, and then you get halfway through and you actually hate it. And sometimes the end saves that middle part, but not always. And I'm kind of tired of just wasting time on things just in case it might be good in the end, you know? Now, my big out for next year is being lazy. I have been pretty lazy with my content for a while now. I just didn't really want to admit it to myself, but I have been. I was just kind of not getting much done, and I wasn't doing anything else during the year either. It was one of those like funny situations where I could be working on a video. I didn't have anything else going on in the day, but instead I would just kind of like lay about, and I'm trying to not let myself do that as much. I still want to have like 1 or 2 maybe lazy days per week. Let those be the fun days too, you know? Either way, I don't want almost every single day that I'm not working to be lazy days. So that's a big out for 2024. Like, but also with the asterisks of forgiving myself if I am lazy. Like, if I am feeling really lazy one day and I don't want to do anything, I'm so tired of the whole guilt trip that I put myself through. So that's an out. That's definitely an out. Don't guilt trip if lazy, but also try not to be lazy, you know? Perfection is out for 2024. I'm happy with just getting something done at this point. You know, I said you know a lot in this video. Don't take a shot every time I say you know. You'll be plastered. So the next 2 are kind of funny ones. So generally, I kind of want to stop making pointless vlogs. I do love lifestyle vlogs. I love like having you along in my day-to-day life, but I also just didn't feel like it was something that was working on my channel in like the past couple of years. So I still love making vlogs, but I think the idea for me now is to make more of like planned vlogs. A general themed vlog is the idea with that, and not so much just a pointless, hey, let's see what I can get done in this vlog and maybe you can follow me around while I do it kind of vlog. Lastly, I kind of want to declutter for 2024. Clutter is out for 2024. I've been so stressed because I can't find anything in my house. All my organization systems like fell apart and I have so much stuff, and I generally do want to like declutter one thing at a time this year. I know I just said that I was going to stop doing pointless vlogs, but if you would like to see like decluttering style vlogs, let me know, because we can make them bookish. I'm sure we could. But yeah, and in that same thread, that means I'm going to be getting rid of books that I don't think I'm going to read that I don't want to read. I always keep all my books, even the ones that I get rid of, they're still in my closet or still in the garage. Like, I'm done with it. I'm tired. I want to either donate them or sell them or just generally get rid of them. I don't want the clutter. I want to keep the books that I'm proud of and that I'm happy about and that I'm going to eventually read. And I'm not gonna keep books that I don't care about anymore. Like, I feel like it makes sense, but I am a very, very, very low-key hoarder. I have trouble throwing things away. I can do it, but I have trouble. So this year we're gonna try and focus on not being that because it's stressing me out. I don't like having too much stuff and not finding the things I actually want to find. So yeah, those are the general ins and outs. I don't know if I did this correctly. Like, generally speaking, I haven't watched other people's ins and outs videos, so now I'm wondering if this is how it goes. And if it's not how it goes, this is how mine goes, I guess. So we'll just go with that. Now, as far as like my reading goal, which we're gonna set on, oh my god, you know what a big in actually for 2024 has to be is getting a new vlogging camera. That is like 100% in. I need a new vlogging camera. I'm so tired of having to film on my phone. I like filming on my phone when I need to, but I don't want to have to. So that's out. Filming on phone is out, getting new vlogging camera in, you know? Anyways, back to what I was saying. Let's just go to Goodreads and let's set a reading goal. Oh, we should do that TikTok. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Oh, I want to do that actually. There's like a reading goal TikTok. In general, what I was gonna do is set my reading goal to 100 and just whatever I get to is whatever I get to. I wasn't gonna be like mad if I didn't get to 100, but it would be cool if I got to 100. But let's see this filter, what it thinks that I should read. Where is it? Didn't I like this on purpose? I did it. I found the filter. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a filter. Oh. Okay, wait, I didn't know tapping it made it go. No. Please hold. This is behind the scenes. I was gonna set my own reading goals for 2024, but you know what? I think it'll be so much more fun if TikTok decides. So how many books am I reading? What am I doing? Hey! That's actually how many I was gonna say. I don't actually think I'm gonna do it. Put that in the drafts and I'll finish it later. You know, we're in the middle of a video. But yeah, and let's go set it. It was 100. So initially I didn't know that pressing it was what stopped it. I thought it was just gonna like load and then do it, and then so I wasn't ready. And it's in my whole TBR. And that's just not happening. I don't know how many books are in my TBR anymore. So reading challenge, join the challenge, and let's just say 100. Let's go for it. If I read 100, I read 100. If I read 20, I read 20. We'll find out. Maybe I'll read 500. No, it's not gonna be that. Oh yeah, so as far as like a TBR for the year goes, I was gonna actually put like 5 separate books that I wanted to read. And then I thought it would be more fun to kind of go with like more of a theme/genre kind of thing. So I still want to generally have 5 different things that I want to read this year, but it's just gonna be like a fill in the blank thing. So number 1, I want to read like a romance that makes me just swoon and kick my little feet. Romance. That can be any kind of romance. It could be, I guess, a fantasy romance or just like a regular run-of-the-mill romance. It could be anything. But I want to read that. I want to read a horror novel that just like makes me think. I don't know if I want it to be gruesome or if it's like a thinker kind of thing, so we'll put both of those options as far as those things go. I want to read a fantastic fantasy book, which I feel like that'll be easy because you know I'm a fantasy reader. I want to read a steamy dark romance book, like steamy spicy dark romance book that ideally doesn't make me cringe. I feel like that's actually kind of hard to find. And I want to read, what is my 5th one? Oh, I want to read like a dark academia book, like a really just fantastic dark academia book. I have a lot of ideas of what that might be, but I just want it to fall into that category. So those are my 5. Those are my 5 books that I want to read by the end of the year. I was going to do 24, and then I realized that was going to stress me out because that's 2 books a month that I would have to read by the end of the year. And as we all know, I'm not very good at sticking to TBRs. So that's going to be it for this video today. This took a lot longer, I think, than I thought it would, but I do talk a lot, like I said. So we are here. We're done. Expect my next video to be along the vein of 1 sentence to summarize every single book that I read in 2023. I just need to figure out how many books I read in 2023 first. I think it's like 50-ish. See, this is why we need a film, because if I film, then I can keep track of everything I'm reading during the year. And if I don't, then I have no idea what I read in the months that I didn't really film. So that's it. That's it for this video today. I hope you're already having a good 2024. Let's hope for the best for all of us. We're gonna work hard and play hard and have fun and be creative and read lots of fun books and fall in love with like reading again. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. Bye. Also, this is going to be the year where I start wearing more skirts and dresses. I just think I feel so fun and pretty in them. It's a good time. Also, I was going to make one of my goals, ins and outs, to just make like a Patreon or something like that, but I don't want to say it and then not do it again. So if you end up seeing it, it's not part of my goals, and I'm very proud of myself for having done it. But if it doesn't happen, then at least it wasn't part of my goals.